Get it to it. Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah. Do it again. Do it like twice. Yeah, there you go. It's like a Lil Wayne. Isn't that
I feel
Lil
like
Wayne?
I'm like Lil Wayne.
I feel like a Lil Wayne song.
Lil Wayne cast. For episode 30, we have
31.
special guest Wheezy.
Yeah.
Young Moolah.
Here he is, live on the pod.
I should be at the Super Bowl.
It's actually Lil Wayne. So yeah, we're smoking on that CBD Delta 9 little joint he got. Did you finish the other one in there?
Yes. Sure did do that.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I only get high and freak out. So he came home and said,
it's super funny.
He said, yeah, and he said, "Hey, smoke this shit with me." I said, "You're crazy. What the fuck?" And he was like, "No, it's CBD." And I said, "I don't trust you." Then he had to show me, and it was. And it was pretty good. So now he's got another one, and we will be token up on that.
Yeah, Raven made me pull out the fucking tube that it came in. I was like, God damn. Kind of a guy do you think I am? I would do something that diabolical.
It'd be pretty funny if you were just like, "Yeah, bro, trust me," and I like did. But they're probably putting fentanyl on this one.
No, yeah, this is what I'm getting you for Christmas. I'm gonna get you a couple of things of pre-rolls, but in one of the containers, I'm gonna switch out the pre-rolls for real weed. So you're gonna smoke. Like
I'll never know.
You're gonna smoke like 1 2 of them and be like, "Oh yeah, no, these are great." And then go to like the second or third tube, and fucking freak out. Your shit is everywhere, bro. Yeah. I love the thing I love about smoking. I like just smoking in general. Just like the whole process of it, you know what I mean? Like getting it, breaking it down, rolling it up.
Oh, yeah.
This is just like, it's just more involved and more of a fun time than like hitting the pen, you know? The pen is totally streamlined that entire process.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I did enjoy grinding it up, packing it in there.
You know?
It was fun. Even getting the bowl going, bubbler.
Yeah.
It was fun. I just fucking freak out every time.
Yeah. I like watching you freak out.
Yeah. I freaked it.
You got any topics?
I thought we were going to talk about... This is like a Joe Rogan episode. We got Lil Wayne and the Roguester on it. Yeah, right into the mic. Good. This is a silent high.
Yeah, it's just us smoking this joint. That's all you can hear. Just us smoking it.
Just being like, "Yeah, bro, you got any topic?"
Yeah, I didn't really do shit today.
Yeah, I keep forgetting today's like. Here, give me the lighter.
What?
I'm gonna tap it out.
Just have on the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at work.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
what'd
really
you do?
shit.
No. I saw on the Ring camera you left at like 4:00. 4:30.
Yeah.
I saw your car leave.
Yeah, was it like 4? I guess so. I woke up this morning at 6 a.m. in a cold sweat because I had a bad dream. And
do you want to delve into the bad dream here?
I was like, I robbed a bank.
Okay.
And then I took my bitch on the run with me.
Nice.
And then everything was cool for like 2 days, and like they knew it was me. And then I got caught with her, and then I was like basically saying goodbye to her as they were taking me away.
And that's what you were cold sweating over.
It was just really hot. No, I was hot sweating. I wasn't cold sweating. I was hot and sweating. And then I woke up, and then my throat was so dry that I was like spitting up blood in the sink.
Wait, that was real? That wasn't part of the dream?
No,
like
no,
you woke up and you spat.
In real life, my throat was very like, because like I go over there and I have allergies to like cats and stuff. So then I'm all congested. So then at night I sleep breathing through my mouth, and then it's dry and shit. And she has a fan on. So then my throat gets very dry. And then
you weren't home last night. I forgot. No. Yeah, you were.
So I was spitting up blood. and then got some water. She jerked me off.
That's it. Just a morning jerk. What? You wake up and she just jerked your shit. That's it.
Little morning jerk. Went back to sleep.
You know the power move would be you wake up, you just fucking run one down her bed and then roll over and go to sleep.
Yeah, just come in the bed. Woke up, left because she had a haircut.
Nice.
And then came back to the crib. Basically did nothing. Made spam. Made mac and cheese. Beefed with the neighbors a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd that
Beefed
go?
with the neighbors a little bit. I didn't get any response.
Mm.
But today I switched it up because usually they'll be playing music and then I'll rebuttal back with my music, right?
Oh, you started it. Nice.
I started it because I didn't hear any activity, so I started stomping on the floor to see if I would get a response. I didn't get anything. And then for some reason, I was like, oh, no one's home. But, like, the fucking loser doesn't even have a car. Like, why would he not be home?
Yeah.
So then eventually I started hearing him talking on the phone. So then right in the middle of his conversation, I started blasting Leonard Skinner.
Nice. That's always a good option.
And then we just did it like that for, like, 2 hours. And then I guess he left. Played games. Went out to the stove.
The stove. I can only hope that, like, he's fed up with it, too. He's like, I'm tired of dealing with this white boy.
I hope that he is as angry about everything as I am, and that's not one-sided.
Yeah.
That he's not getting the best of me.
Yeah.
I hope that I'm also getting underneath his skin as well, which I think I am.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but let's talk about how the last podcast episode ended. We ended it, and then we
Miguel,
our neighbor Miguel across the hall.
It's like it's truly God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was doing laundry, and I was bringing my laundry up the stairs at the exact same time that I'm bringing my laundry up the stairs and opening the door. Miguel, the man across the hall from us, comes out, and I had spoken with Miguel briefly about 2 times before this, and he did tell me his name, and probably at one of those points, never remembered it. So then I start talking. I open up the door. Raven is sitting basically where he's at right now. Sees us talking. Miguel is like, hello. He's like, hello.
Yeah.
Next thing we know, we're inside of his apartment.
Yeah. He was like,
invites us over.
I forget what we were asking about, like apartment setup or what. And then he was just like, yeah, you have time, right? Yeah, come over. And he like invited us in. And we were like, okay, yeah, sure. We can, okay. And we went into his apartment, and very nice place. Very, very well laid out. He had
feng shui.
Yeah, he had a laptop with a badge reader, so you know he's important. It was kind of nuts.
That shit blew my mind.
But
still does.
The funniest part was looking on his wall, and there was only one picture, and it was of him.
Yeah.
In a sweater.
Yeah.
With like next to like a mirror or something posted up. Oh my God. And I was just like, is that you? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's me.
That was the bomb. Everybody that I've told that to so far has just been, like, they've said, like, it doesn't sound real.
No,
I was
literally.
telling them at work, and they were like, I feel like you're making that up. And I was like,
yeah.
I swear to God.
But, yeah, we're having these problems with the downstairs neighbors, obviously. And he said at one point that he doesn't know how long he's staying here. So our plan is to have a little combo with him and ask if he's moving, and if he moves out, we're moving across the hall to make everything a lot easier, moving wise. And we still have to have a conversation with him about it, but I do want that picture of him.
The picture needs to stay, and you just reminded me of something, because we're talking about black people.
Okay.
So, sorry, just a little sidebar that I was just like, I saw in the city. Fans, anybody that is planning to move to Lancaster City, Pennsylvania, do not do it. This place is a hellscape. Okay. Every single time that I'm in the city, there is just like black people.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
That's the whole thing.
Mexican people.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's a nice little melting pot.
When I saw that guy, ODing on the fucking K2 or whatever.
I don't think you ever talked about that on the podcast. You might have to say that. No, yeah, he just like 2-3 weeks ago, was seeing some homeless guy overdosing on the sidewalk, and everyone was just looking at him, not doing anything.
Just like looking at him.
Actually, the good Samaritan Brody is he was the one to call the cops.
Here I am. Look at me. But I'm driving through the city, and I was just kind of minding my own business, but I was like driving down the road, and I'm in a pretty active part of the city, and I see this white woman like kind of like run across the road to like the other side of like where the other sidewalk is. And I didn't really think anything about it because I just kind of assumed like she needed to cross over and just like didn't want to get hit by a car, so she just like
was running over. Yeah.
And then I was kind of looking at her, and she's like retarded, like she had like Down syndrome or whatever.
Oh, like actually, like
yeah, like she has like the Down syndrome face.
Okay.
Or at least like the fetal alcohol syndrome face.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Ice Spice. Something. She didn't look right. She didn't look right. People are saying that Ice Spice got AIDS.
No, she's on Ozempic. She's not on AIDS.
No, I think
she's not on AIDS.
She's on the AIDS.
She's
brother.
on the fucking AIDS, bro. She was like, how do I lose all this weight fast? Let me get AIDS.
Nah, yeah, I think she got AIDS. I think she, yeah. And then I noticed that where she was walking at was a group of 3 larger black men that I'm not 100% sure if they're homeless or if that's just how they looked. But they were walking towards her, and then she got to the other side of the road, and I saw them looking at her, talking and kind of smiling, laughing.
Oh God!
Right?
They're making fun of the retarded girl.
I don't understand.
They're no better than us.
I don't understand if it was like she saw 3 black dudes, it was like fuck that, and ran across the road, or if they were like making fun of her for being a retard or saying something to her. And then that made her uncomfortable, and then she ran to the other side of the road.
How funny it would be is if you saw that she ran and then got hit by a car.
And then, as I'm like seeing this, I'm kind of like driving past the group of black men, and then I noticed one of them begin to run at her.
Oh, what?
From across. I swear to God.
Jesus Christ. This was today?
This is today. This is like an hour and a half ago. I in my rear view now, I see a black man running directly at her that was in the group.
Yeah.
And then, like, if I was looking at her and I was like, are you not seeing this shit? Because I would be dipping. I would be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. She would just kept walking, just like steady pace. And then he pulled up on her and just kind of stared at her.
Huh.
And then said some shit. I don't know what any of the words were said. Said some shit. She was just like kept it walking. And then he ran back to the homeboys.
He was trying to get a slice of that pussy pie.
It was really weird.
Wow.
I'm assuming that the black guys were in the wrong, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I had no doubt in my mind.
Weird times we live in, fans.
Yeah, talk about the guy overdosing, though. That shit was so funny.
I was thinking about him after I saw that, just because I was like, I hate this place.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of all the reasons why. And I can't remember what the guys... Do you remember what we were... Javier? Javier was his name.
I think Javier.
Javier, I think
yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, so me
something
and,
with a G or a J.
Me and, well, because didn't I call him like Hefe or something?
Yeah,
I called him, like by accident.
Something super racist.
Yeah. So his name is Javier. So me and Eastside, fan of the fan of the show.
Absolutely fan of the show. One of the biggest fans of the show, Eastside.
Yeah, biggest supporter of the show. Me and he's driving me to this parking lot so that we can get free parking and go to other stores around the city. And at a pretty prominent part of this thriving city that we live in with all these luxury apartments, right across the street from the crepe place, there is a man that if you told me he was dead, I would believe it. He is sprawled out, all fucked up, Hispanic.
The Family Guy pose.
Yeah, the Family Guy Peter pose after he falls. And Peter.
The horse is here. The Peter pose.
And
the PP.
I'm like, what the fuck? And so Eastside Park Center, we get out, and I had noticed like, there was people that just crossed the street to just like like that retarded white girl just to like not have to deal with it.
Oh yeah.
And they just crossed the street, and then there was a group of 4 people, and 2 of them were white women, and they crossed the street, and then there was 2 white guys, and they were kind of like looking at him. And then the other white guy, one of them just walked the other side of the street. So then there was this one dude. So I like pull up and I'm like, yo, bruh. And I could kind of like, I could at least infer that he's not dead. Like I saw him like breathing. So I was like, all right, he's like kind of
really
cool.
shallow breathing.
Yeah, I mean, in the way that he was positioned.
Like the death rattle breathing. Like,
yeah, it's like the way that he's positioned. It's like obviously his airway is not open all the way, you know, like he is obstructed. So I was like, yo, bruh. And I called, and I was like, you call 911? He was like, no. And I was like, okay. So I called 911. I'm on the phone with this lady. And then he starts to gain consciousness. But then the worst part about it was he like kind of went in and out a couple of times. But like the first time he like woke up and he started to kind of like get up and he was just staring at me. And I wish I had the phone call with the 911 operator because I was like, chill, bruh. I was like, you gotta fucking relax, yo. Just like lay down.
That's what every homeless person who's on the verge of death from overdosing wants to hear when they open their eyes. Some skinny white guy.
Like, yo, chill, bruh.
Chill, bro. Chill.
Because I was like, dude, I had the blade on me. I told Esai after that, I was like, if he thought this shit was bad, wait until he met the blade. You know what I mean? So I had the blade in my pocket, and I had one hand on the phone, one hand on the blade, and then eventually he like kind of like slowly went back down, and then I'm talking to him, and I wish I had the call on recording because she's like, what's the guy look like, and I'm like, he's like Hispanic, he's Hispanic, he got like a green shirt on. And then I was like, he has a Mike Tyson face tat on the side of his face, like the exact same one. And props to her, she's a true professional because I feel like if I was listening to somebody describe this in such a, you know what I mean, I probably would have like chuckled at least a little bit. And she was like stone cold. She was like, okay, blah 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 blah. I'm dispatching. And then by the end of it, there was already cops pulling up. And she was like, are the cops there? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, goodbye. And then the first thing that the cops could say, they come out and they walk kind of, because I'm still standing in front of the guy, so they kind of like walk in front of me. And one guy's like, yeah, this is probably K2. And I was like, okay. And then they go, Javier. They go, Javier, you gotta get up. How you doing? Blah, blah. And I was like, you know this guy? And they were like, oh, yeah, we know him. And I was like, okay, well, you got it under control. And then
Brody
left.
reached for the cop's gun.
Yeah, and then I killed both of them.
I wonder if you look up.
You know how many people named Javier probably get
No, but like Javier Lancaster. Oh, yeah, that's true.
In Lancaster City every single day. I don't think he died.
No, probably not. In connection, fatal Lancaster shooting. It wasn't one of these guys, was it?
No, I'm missing the face tat. Also older. He was probably anywhere from like 40 to 50 years old.
Oh, okay.
He was like at least he looked like it. He could have been like 28 and just kind of looked like that, but. So. My girl made soup. Oh my god, she saved me so much soup. I can't wait to fuck it up.
Fuck up the soup? What kind of soup?
It's like a lemon lentil soup with tofu in it. You ever have tofu?
Lemon what? No, I don't think I have. I've heard of it, but I'm too scared.
It is just like nothing.
Does it taste like anything?
No.
Or like it legit? It's just like chewy like meat, but no flavor.
It's not even like as chewy as meat.
Because isn't that the whole thing? It's like it's the substitute
like vegan
for
protein.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, yeah, I don't get why people eat it, except like unless you're vegan, you like need protein. That's like all you can really do, I guess, unless you eat like beans or whatever. But
this said
beans.
It's funny to think about all of the vegans and how they're always just already some stupid skinny white bitch, and then they're like, you know what I'm gonna do? Deprive my body of nutrients and say that I'm doing.
They're already malnourished.
And say that I'm doing the world a favor and harass everyone who's not a vegan and say, are you eating meat? Are you eating meat?
I still
Fuck
like
you.
Megan, though.
Huh?
The one that we went to school with, the one that we saw at the circus thing.
Yeah.
She's a vegan.
Is she?
She always posts shit about like cows are like dogs, and it's like a video of like a cow jumping around. I'm like, dude, what? Cows are like dogs.
Imagine
a full-grown cow can't sit on my fucking chest with me. You know what I mean?
I mean, shit. That sounds kinky as fuck.
I guess. You think? I guess you could house train a cow.
You could probably not to shit outside.
I feel like you probably could, right?
I don't. Maybe from a young age.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if you
what I'm
can
saying.
teach old cows new tricks.
No, definitely not. And they also be farty. Don't they like fuck up the ozone heavy? They're like a big contributor to like fucking up the ozone.
Cow farts. You're gonna come home one day and there's just gonna be a cow in our living room.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's regular.
Yeah, it is what it is. I gotta roll with the punches.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but tofu. This is the only way that I've had it is in her soup. So like her soup, you know, the tofu takes in a lot of like the broth, so it's just kind of like brothy tofu. But yeah, it's not bad. I wouldn't say. But the thing about it is like I don't really know how it would be if you just ate tofu, like how the texture would be, because it's like already kind of like softer and like wet. But like if I had to just eat like some straight up tofu and it was like all wet and kind of soggy with like no flavor. It'd be kind of off-putting.
Off-putting? Pudding? Oh.
You like pudding?
Mm-hmm.
You like tapioca? That's like the like ricey one.
No, fuck that. I'm not gay.
Mm.
Do you like that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I hate that shit actually.
I thought you would have loved that. I thought you would have ate it up. Yum, 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 yum.
No. I like vanilla pudding. I would fuck up vanilla pudding. I just don't buy it.
Oh yeah. No, because I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna keep cans of pudding, like cups of pudding in here.
Cans.
Cans.
Let me get one tall can of pudding.
I like my pudding by the can. But then also like when Meg and I were making the dirt pudding and everything, like you buy like the whole like the big package and then you mix it and like you make pudding. I'm also not going to do that. I'm not going to come home and be like, let me just make this
you're not that big of a pudding fanatic.
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty psychopath. Like, I eat, like, garbage.
Yeah.
But for me to come home, that's a new low, and just fucking pig out on pudding.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
One thing to get pudding cups, but to make the pudding and then...
Yeah, and I'm also not going to be that guy that has pudding cups. Like, you know, like, I make my little lunch with peanut butter and jelly and some cookies, and then I'm like, pudding! Yeah. Like, that's fucking stupid.
That's true. Yeah, but I don't know. I'd try tofu if I were you. It's not bad.
Tofu?
Pretty good.
Tofood? I like my... I'm so tired. I was going to go to the gym today, but then I was like, fuck this. I'm getting alcohol and taking a shower.
Nice.
I'll go to the gym tomorrow and call off work Monday.
Are you? You seem very committed to this idea.
Probably.
Why do you want to have off Monday so bad?
Because then I only work Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I have off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's true. I would just take off your last day and make it an extra long weekend.
Nah, well, because I work today, then I have off tomorrow. I'd love to have like a 2-day off, like a normal weekend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For working, but I don't know.
Heard that.
Undecided. I did wake up with a little scratchy throat this morning. I didn't know if I was hungover or because there was 6 Michelob Ultras that met their end last night, and then
my body turns beers into drank beers
and piss. But then I was going throughout my day and I was like, I don't know. I feel like I have a little scratchy throat, so maybe tomorrow I'll be sick, and then come Monday I'll call off.
Then morally you won't be wrong for taking off.
Yeah. Well, mental health, you know.
That's true.
You know, because I'm always on the edge. I'm always edging.
Yeah, I'm trying to unionize my dental practice just so we could get some mental health days.
There you go.
So went to tour an apartment yesterday.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Me and
I was gonna say we got 36 minutes left. We gotta fill this shit up, bro. Feeling a little weak. I feel like I'm off my game because I feel so relaxed, bro, from that CBD and fucking Delta 9.
That CBD will relax you. This is the only kind of CBD that's ever made me feel any kind of inkling of high in my life.
Really?
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean,
I really do feel like most of that CBD shit out there is just like garbage. Like it's like nothing. It's just like
oh yeah.
it's just like all fake.
Mm-hmm. Like CBD doesn't do anything. They're like, oh, you get the body high and there's nothing. But like whatever little Delta 9 shit they put in that,
I feel like it's
you're
not
getting the munchies, bro.
I feel like it's not even the Delta 9 that's in it. I feel like that's just like good CBD. Like that's what it's like supposed to be.
No,
like.
I don't know if there's good CBD and also if it's gonna come from some hippie girl from the fucking.
No, dude, she was like, I feel like that's where the best CBD would come from. Is from the hippie bitches. She like has all this like, like if I was still like doing like smoking wax and everything, she had like these crazy ass pieces in there. I would have been copping all of them. I wanted to buy some today, but I was just like, what the fuck am I gonna do with them?
You get back on the wax grind.
Jesus Christ, my life couldn't get any worse.
Yeah.
So,
The apartment. Let's talk about that.
Because we, have these loud neighbors and everything, I sometimes rage scroll Zillow looking for new places, and then I apply to them. And the retarded thing about Zillow is that, like, it doesn't actually matter. Like, it just kind of shows you what's there. But then when you request to look at something, it doesn't actually send anything to them. It just like says, like, oh, you're interested. So then they send you an email. And then it's like, oh, click the link on this email and then request us through our website, or like make an account for the website and then make a request. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's never like straightforward. Like, oh, we saw that you did a request.
Let's make this easy for you, and
let's just do it. There's like always added steps.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't do any of them.
They make it so hard to rent. It might just be easier, be easier to be homeless.
It definitely.
And doing K2.
Dude, it seems way easier. Yeah, Javier has no worries.
Yeah.
Compared to us. So I applied to something. I didn't do the email thing, but then the complex emailed me again, and they were like, "Hey, we're doing rent specials, blah blah blah." So I was like, okay. So I called the lady. It was Thursday after work, and I was like, "Hey, I want to take a look at the apartment." And she was like, "Okay, come over." So then next day, Friday. Or no, it was that same day, Thursday. Me and Raven went to Costco. We need to get trash bags. So I told him about it. And he was like, nice. Let's look it up. And then he looked it up on Google. And it is the Kensington the Kensington Apartments in Lancaster. When you look it up on Google, it has a 2-star overall reviews. So things were looking grim.
Mm-hmm.
Raven and I then proceed to die laughing at all the reviews because they're all just saying like it kind of sucks to live there. There's roaches.
Yeah, the roaches was a very common theme, a little too common for my liking.
Multiple.
We've dealt with the bat in our apartment, but I'll take a bat over cockroaches.
The lady
honestly.
when I was at the tour also said, because I told you about like the pest control thing, she was like, yeah, like they roaches, mice, if there's any bats. Not that there's a lot of bats. But I've seen a couple things, and I was like, okay. So Friday, get off of work, drive over there. I look amazing.
You're all disheveled and like after work.
I had my scrub cap on all day, so my hair looks awesome. I haven't showered yet. I'm in basically what you see here.
Which is nothing. He's fully nude across me.
I'm just fully naked. That would be such a plot twist if we did all these episodes naked.
Yeah.
Like, we never say anything about it, and eventually when we get a video, it's just me and you sitting butt-ass naked. So I pull up, and I pull up to meet Kiana. So I go in there, and it's like a big-ass leasing building, and there's, like, multiple property managers. So I come in, and Kiana is having a conversation with her coworker, who is right next to her. Like, it's kind of like a setup like this. Like, you're Kiana, and then where my drum set is like, another desk with, like, another person. So, like,
you're just, like, crammed in here.
Multiple people are, like, talking at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
You're hearing everything, and then there's, like, an office in the back, like, basically where the wall is, where, like, there's another person.
Yeah.
So then, I walk in and Kiana's having a conversation and she's like smiling, laughing. And then I'm like, hi, I'm here to do a tour. And then she stops talking and stops smiling. And she says, I look at the one lady when I say that. And then Kiana's like, you're with me. And I was like, okay. So then I start recording.
No, say it how she did say it. She said, "Yo, with me, little white boy."
Yo, with me over here. And she, dude, this is no exaggeration, fans. She had the biggest hoop earrings I have ever seen in my life.
Hell yeah!
It's like black women, like their hoop earrings get bigger the older that they get. It's like a tribal thing. Or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So they remind me of like how some of the African cultures, and I think Chinese as well, they do like those rings around the neck to extend the neck.
I think that's just African.
Is it just African?
And also, technically, it doesn't extend your neck. It pushes down your clavicle.
Whatever.
And makes your neck appear longer. All right. Anyway,
there you have it. So, talking to her, and I start recording, and there was like a small bit of conversation before I started recording. But the first thing that you hear is, "Do you like tea?" Because she had like a bunch of tea around her. She offered me a Mountain Dew that was in the mini fridge behind her. Blah blah. So I started talking to her, and I kind of got
sipping on the Mountain Dew. Fucking pounding that Mountain Dew.
Dude, I finished it before we even went to go do the tour. And then I just had this can that I had to hold like for another 40 minutes. Because in my head, when we were inside, I was like, maybe I can throw it out in here. And I was like, there's not a trash can in here.
There's just no trash can.
I was like, fuck. So go over. And in the initial conversation before we did the tour, she was like, how soon do you want to move out? And I was like 3 or 4 months. And I kind of got the idea that she was a little bit annoyed with me because we had talked about like kind of moving in ASAP. Yeah. And I did switch it up on her.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, so the rent special wouldn't be available then. And I was like, okay. And then we talked about prices. We go over and she's like, I have a unit. And she has like that like kind of fat black woman walk where her hips just kind of move like on their own. Like she's not even trying to be sexy. It just kind of happens that way.
Or it's maybe more of just like a struggle to walk.
Yeah, maybe she was just trying to seduce me.
Probably was. Little white boy.
So we talk, and I get in there, and it's a nice joint. I mean, it's I was kind of looking at shit that I wish that we would have looked at before we moved in here. Mm-hmm. Like the trim of things. And like paint in certain areas. Yeah. And like even like shit like this, like the little like trim at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you kind of see it's almost like, I mean, the trim down here is pretty good. I mean, like you could tell like some of the paint's been fucked up and like they just kind of painted over it. And
you can
like,
see it's falling apart.
Yeah, like there's like wood chipped off of it, but it's all like just being stayed in there by the dried glue. Yeah. Or by the dried paint. Mm-hmm. And there was shit like that. And then on the ceiling, it did look like, because a big thing in the reviews were that pipes would burst a lot.
Oh, God, yeah.
And the ceiling, it did look like a pipe had bursted because it was just all one long line down the ceiling.
You could see that?
Yeah, well, so it looked like it was like water damage, and then they like fixed the water damage, and then they just kind of like painted over it. And like I don't know. It was just like a streak. It was like a different texture than the rest of the roof. The ceiling. So I was like, okay. And then I opened up the refrigerator. I wish that we had the audio. And it looked like.
Did you delete it?
No, I still have it. I want to trim it down. I want maybe fans is what we'll do. I'll trim it down to just the funny parts, and then we'll upload it as a short.
Yeah,
we'll
there we go.
Like that. That'd be pretty funny. And I open up the refrigerator, and the first thing that I see is just like little black to what looked to be like droppings. It didn't look like mouse shit. It looked like a larger creature. And she was like, in the recording, you just hear me say, "What's this?" And she was like, "I'm not sure. My first thought was poop, but it doesn't look like poop now that I look at it." And there's in the video or in the recording, I'm like, "Yeah, there's no smell, so I don't think that it's poop." And then on the shelf above it, there's a chocolate peep still in the wrapper. And I asked her.
Just one?
Yeah, just one. They just like one loan. And I say, "Does the chocolate peep come with the apartment?" And she goes, we could get you one, I guess.
She said, "You're funny."
Yeah. She's like, "That's funny. That's funny." So then I feel like she kind of felt like she was losing me a little bit. So then we moved on from that. And then that in the video that you saw, how like the corridor, like the door opens and there's the washer and dryer. Yeah. She did that like right after. She like opened that up and I went, "Ooh." And I was like back in it. She had me on the hook. So we're talking ball, And I asked her about the reviews. I'm like, so I talked to you yesterday. Everything was cool. Roommate looked up the reviews, and then she kind of gives me like a
like the
like a
nod,
little
like
like a nod, like closing the eyes.
I know they're there.
Scrunched up the lips, like And
she felt that one in her soul.
yeah, she was. I was like, they're not great, and she's like, no, they're not. So we went through everything. I was like, what's up with the roaches? And she was like, roaches? I don't know anything about that. But she's worked there for 3 years. And those reviews about the roaches were like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So maybe it went to one of the other ones, I don't know.
You should have just grilled all of them in there.
Yeah.
Like, what do you know about roaches? What do you know about this?
So she told me about that. Asked her about noise. She was like, it's not that big of an issue. Sometimes we have issues, but we have like stuff to deal with it. And I was like, okay. And then
you got to find that part in the recording. You got to bring that up. That is the funniest fucking thing ever. So like, this whole time keep in mind, Brody's showing me the video. He's showing me the recording. He's walking me through it. And I go, this seems like a good review. He failed to mention this part. And then I get to it, my fucking jaw dropped. And I looked at him, I said, there's no way. And he goes, yeah, I thought that would be the nail in the coffin. I was like, there's no fucking way that we're going to move in here.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah,
I'm close.
He's gonna be searching for it here, but yeah, like what he asked and what her response was so fucking crazy. He's close.
Oh yeah, I'm close, fans.
He's gonna come.
Okay, here we go.
Here, okay. So, yeah, to preface it, in our area there was like a little apartment fire. It made the news, whatever. And I wasn't really aware of this. I'm glad you were, but like I guess it was some big thing. Like it was a big fire. And so Brody asked about it, and let's just roll the clip.
Yeah,
just
so
play it.
I saw this shit on Facebook a while ago, and it was honestly kind of jaw dropping. I was like, "Holy fuck, that looks really bad."
Yeah,
and like
I looked up the articles. One person died.
Did somebody die?
Someone died in it.
Yeah.
And then
multiple like
pets.
Shit.
Yeah, it was, and like 12 injured, like in the building.
It was a
like,
really bad one.
Yeah,
it was a really bad one.
The pictures of it, it was fucking. It looked like a movie. It was engulfed in flames.
Yeah. So I didn't even bring it up. She was very candid. She was very honest about everything. That's why, like, the things that she said, like, oh, these aren't an issue, or, like, I didn't know about that. I believe her, because then she proceeds to bring this up, like, I didn't even ask her about it. So
I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Here's the audio.
It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Again, one of those times I wish we could, but it doesn't. But yes, there's been a couple fires. We'll address everything. There's been a couple fires. Again, I wish we could speak on.
This was not the place that an entire complex burned down a couple of months ago. This is that.
Well, this is one of them, because there were two actually.
And I think, yeah, okay.
There were two. There was us and
okay.
and then just another one recently, not here, at another out in township. There was one.
What was the cause of that? Was it like this?
So we can't officially say. Do we know? Yes. Which bothers us. But we can't say.
Okay.
What I will say is when the report comes out, there will probably be a lot of retraction from outsiders.
Okay.
It's about as you can.
Oh man.
You can
take away from that what
you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I can stand here and smile when I tell you.
Sure.
Okay?
No, I get that. Yeah.
I will say for the most part, the fires that I have seen, whether it's in the
So yeah,
That shit was crazy. I can't speak on it, but there will be a lot of retraction from the public. Excuse me?
yeah. Not really sure what that means, because I told Esai and a couple of his friends earlier. They were like, "Holy fuck!" They were like, "If that happened to me, I would burn down all of their houses."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, pretty bad. I mean, I'm not too heartbroken about not being able to live there, because it was pretty pretty average, like run of the mill.
We'll find some place. Ideally, we fucking find a place that's like private renter. Like we just fucking like a house or something.
Yeah.
Like renting a house from someone.
Yeah.
The problem is those prices are like $1,800, but we keep searching, we keep finding the right thing. I just don't want us to pre-jack and be like, oh fuck it, let's go right there, and like move in and be like, damn, this place looks cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let's just fucking take our time with it.
Yeah.
We're down to break the lease. We're down to possibly get across the hall. But yeah, dude, that fucking as soon as that hit, you had me. I was like, you know what? This won't be that bad. I was like, this place looks pretty good.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good. You know, not a terrible area.
Yeah.
And then she said the fire thing. I was like, absolutely not. I'm not gonna fucking move to just kill my cat in a fire.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No, I get that. I mean, the best thing, I know people that have done private landlords, and they have told me ridiculous prices. Like, they're like, yeah, dude, I have a place in the city. It's, like, spacious, you know, like one bedroom, 1.5 bath, washer and dryer for, like, $1,000.
Yeah.
There are those out there. It's just, like,
It's hard
you
to find.
You gotta know a guy that knows a guy.
Yeah.
That knows a Jew that.
Yeah, pretty much.
That owns this building.
Yeah, because my coworker, he rents from someone that he knew in high school, and like the family rents out the house, and all their stuff is still in there, but it's 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath with pretty open kitchen. Their basement has the washer and dryer. Their basement's creepy as fuck. It's unfinished. It looks gnarly.
Yeah.
But $1,000 a month. He has to do the lawn, or he has to mow the grass and do the leaves and stuff. But that's about it as far as like chores. Like he has to like do the, you know, the outside work, but it's not like he's like planting flowers and making it look all nice. He just, you know.
Yeah,
mows the lawn.
I'm hoping. I was just talking to Dr. I yesterday, and he was saying he's so insane that his one daughter goes to school in Virginia in like the middle of nowhere, and there's no hotels, no nothing. So to visit her, they built a house down there.
What?
Just so they could go down and like see her and everything. Because she said that there's only ever 2 Airbnbs down there, and because of all the college kids, they're like booked out every single day of the year, so then people can go and see their kids or whatever. So he just built a house down there, and then he was like, well, I think that part
You
of
might
it,
as well just start renting it out to the Airbnb.
that's
Yeah.
what he's gonna do. 'Cause I think that was probably part of it too, is that he saw that and was like, well, why don't we just have this house and then we'll use it to visit her, and then when she graduates, we'll just rent it out.
Yeah.
But it would be baller if he built a house here and then we could just rent it from him.
Oh yeah, you should totally get him. Whisper in his ear, sweet
That's what it
nothings.
seems
He
like
loves
he's-
you.
That's what it seems like he's trying to do, because his body's all fucked up. He's not gonna make it to the official like retirement thing, so I feel like he's just gonna go passive income, bro.
His body's all fucked up.
He has had more surgeries. Like his hands are all fucked up. He's had a bunch of surgeries on his hands. He has like a bunch of arthritis in his thumb. He was gonna have a hand surgery done. He gets these shots in his hands. I don't know what they are. If it's like if he goes to Mexico for stem cells. Or
Yeah,
whatever
this is the guy rooting around in your mouth, taking your
Well, that's the
teeth
thing
out.
about it. Is like if your hands are hurting you and your body hurts you, and that's all you're working with.
Yeah, you
know
can't
what I
really
mean?
stand and work with your hands. Yeah.
So he has like 13 years left, but I don't think he's gonna make it. So yeah, it'd be dope if he built a crib and we could just rent it. Because that's why I asked him. I was like, where in Virginia is it? And he was like, in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, you should let me rent it, like an Airbnb. And he was like, let me know. And you could Airbnb it from me. And I was like,
Okay. You know, I feel like some people, they look at us and they see just two young guys
trying to make it.
Just two young, no, not even that.
Not even that.
Just two young guys, and they're gonna get rowdy. Oh, they're gonna be loud. We just want a fucking quiet place to live. We just want to fucking be at peace. We want to come home from our jobs and be at fucking peace. We can't have that because we live in a society.
Because we live in a society.
And you get what you fucking deserve. No, fucking.
Where we live in a society where Abraham Lincoln was the president of the country at one point and fucked everything up for everybody.
Yeah. And then it's just been downhill ever since. Even the backlash from the public was crazy with him.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's a person, there's a family with a baby, and we can kind of hear it right now, and it is nowhere near as loud as the people below us, the full-grown adults that live below us.
Yeah.
Who work at fucking PacSun.
Mm-hmm.
Fans, imagine being 26, living with your sister, and working at PacSun with no whip.
Yeah. Brody likes perseverating on this topic a lot.
Well, where did you just say?
Perseverating?
Perseverating?
It means you get stuck on it. You just can't stop talking about it.
Where'd you hear that at?
That's like a frequently
Really?
used term at work. Yeah.
Ah.
Because a
I've never
lot
heard
of
of
old
that.
people perseverate. Like, oh my God, you get dementia, you get they get caught on a topic and they just get perseverated on, like, when am I going home? When am I going home? Where's my wife? Where's my wife? Like, shit like
it's
that.
fair to get perseverated on. These guys suck.
Yeah. Perseverate on these fucking.
They take up a lot of the space in my head.
Mm.
I don't have a lot.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, Jesus.
Look at that.
Yeah, you gotta like burn that other part off. Yeah, we got like 15 minutes left.
The
Let's
joint's
smoke up on
canoeing.
the other. The joint's canoeing.
Dude, you're making the blunt canoe, dude. Dude, you're hitting it wrong. It's canoeing, dude.
Where'd you hear that?
Perseverating. Is that what did you say?
Perseverating,
Perseverating. That's a dope word.
isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna start saying it. Stop perseverating.
I guarantee you probably say that to one of the doctors and they would know what it means, because it's like a healthcare fucking old people term.
I'm gonna blow their minds.
Hmm.
I'm gonna blow his mind. Oh yeah, whoops. Can't say that. War Christmas party is today. Everybody was pissed at me that I didn't go.
Why didn't you go?
'Cause I didn't
What the
want to.
fuck?
I mean, no offense to that. It was really just like last year I went because it was on a Friday. I'm not trying to do a full work week and then go see all you guys on Saturday as well.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if it is at kind of, I would say it on here, but it is a more upscale establishment where apparently the potatoes are very good. But
Not.
no.
Okay. Yeah, but we have so like our place does like a holiday meal, free holiday meal once a year.
Mm-hmm.
So
the potluck or whatever.
No. We can go and get a free holiday meal from our cafeteria. But our department is also doing a potluck where everyone has to bring shit in. And it was just like, okay, but like thanks for letting us celebrate this whatever. We have to bring in all of our own shit, you know what I mean? Like it's not sponsored by anything. It's not they get food from blah blah, everyone brings in shit and it's just like this is fucking gay and retarded.
Yeah. That's not the potluck. This is the dinner that you're talking about.
That's the potluck where
that is
everyone
the
brings
potluck,
in.
Yeah.
The fucking the free dinner is like by the cafeteria, the whole place. You know, you go down, you get served, and all that shit.
Yeah. What's the meal? You know? Is it like turkey and mashed potatoes?
It's like something gay like that. Yeah,
It's something.
it's
and sauerkraut.
Yeah, I don't know. I had it last year when I first started there, but I honestly don't remember because it was literally like probably like a 3 week in. Like I didn't even have my computer yet, so like I legit was the first one to go down there and get it because I just couldn't type all my notes or do anything. So I just went down and got this food and was sitting in the lunchroom alone, like early because I was like, all right, well, I might as well go fucking eat. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what day it is. I think it's like Thursday, closer to Christmas. I don't know. I think they're putting
cool.
fentanyl in there.
I feel like Javier right now. I feel like Javier off this CBD right now. I can't wait to listen to the last episode. I didn't listen to it. I was going to try it too
That's
earlier,
good.
but then I didn't.
This one's mid.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's not one of our best ones. Middle ground. Last one was good.
That's what was good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm excited.
So if you're listening to this one and you made it this far, just backtrack that real quick. Just
Yeah.
boop, boop, back to the last one.
Make sure to watch the new short.
Yeah, you gotta cut that down.
Is that what they are? Shorts or is
YouTube
it
shorts.
reels? Yeah, it's shorts.
Yeah, because Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts.
Facebook shorts. That shit went out. Oh, yeah. Man. Yeah, what a good day. What a good day it's been.
Yeah. Me at work all day.
Maybe I'll make some popcorn later.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll I don't know.
What about these drones in New Jersey? You see that?
Dude, yeah, I was just fucking yeah. They were like they're from Pakistan, fucking Iran ship, whatever, fucking off the East Coast. All this, they're sending the drones over, and someone said that, and then like it was the house or one of the government buildings. They were like, that's not true. They're not. No.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they shot down that weather balloon because they thought it was from China. If they had all these drones and they thought it was from a different country, they would have shot them down.
Yeah, they would.
I think it's very obviously American drones.
Yeah, yeah.
That's at least, I don't know, for me. I've seen some crazy ass pictures though that they're like very advanced, very high tech.
Did you see that fucking?
They use propulsion.
Did you see that? Really?
That's what I saw.
I'll have to. I only saw them briefly. I'll have to dive deep while I'm.
Apparently they're big as fuck too. Like they're not just like a drone you can get at like Walmart. Like they're like 6 or 8 feet long.
Huh.
And like they're like very big drones.
We should get one of those.
They look sick.
Yeah.
Look like you could ride one.
Yeah. I feel like like the Green Goblin.
Mm.
His little like.
I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
I'm somewhat of a scientist myself. The
That movie
hover pad.
sucks.
It's good.
It's, so
It's good.
bad.
I love that Spider-Man.
I just watched that shit again like last year, and it sucks so
Oh,
bad.
dude, no, it's so good. It's a product of its time, but it's good.
Yeah.
My favorite fucking meme to reference is just like saying like, oh, on a Tuesday night the Crown's talking to me like the Green Goblin has. But no, maybe in the future that we'll see like stuff that you can ride like the Green Goblin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Like
can,
a hoverboard.
hover and shit. Yeah, like legit hoverboards.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there were people trying to make that with like just a large drone, but it was propellers.
Yeah.
It wasn't like propulsion or anything like
Well,
that.
they have that shit in like you've seen the videos like the dudes in the Navy, and they have like those fucking like propulsion things, like they're like the arm things, and they're like fucking floating above the water.
Yeah.
Shit looks insane.
Yeah, so if you can just figure out a little hoverboard. What was I gonna say?
I feel like we probably would just never get some shit like that, like hoverboards or whatever, because they know that too many people would die using them. Like these people just like wouldn't be.
Motorcycles
good
are
enough.
legal.
Yeah, but at least you're on the ground.
True.
You know, if you're going into the air, you're like there's
Yeah.
like 3 dimensions of you to like
Pretty
get fucked.
Yeah, pretty guaranteed of dying. I don't know.
I'd
yeah.
do it.
Oh, I would do it.
I'd do it.
I wouldn't ride a motorcycle, but fucking hoverboard. Yeah, that'd be good. Like what did I say about the drones? Oh yeah, that's it. The fucking the goddamn bird drones. You see the videos of that?
The bird drones.
Yeah, where there was like, I think it was like China. They were using actual birds, or not actual birds, but like drones that were looking like birds.
Oh man,
For, like,
the whole meme
surveillance.
is just coming back.
Yes,
full
and people were
circle.
like, we need to apologize to schizophrenics and all that shit.
That's awesome. Yeah, you ever fly a drone?
Yeah, I used to have one.
Really?
I had like a little. It wasn't like like when you were a kid, and you got like those RC helicopters.
Yeah.
And like they're ass, and you hit the wall once and they don't work.
It's fucking Kobe down to the
Yeah,
floor,
yeah. But I had like a drone that was a little one, like probably this big, and it was easier to control. So like I had fun with that for a little bit. But I had like the actual like DJI ones. I've flown because my grandfather has one.
Nice.
Like the DJI drone where you can like float. He had it like built for a program where he's like, I could have surveillance mode where it pinpoints the 4 points that he wants it to
And it
go
just,
to
like,
in the
flies
air, and it would
around.
just like circle
Wow.
or like do a big square.
Yeah.
But
It's pretty dope.
yeah, those drones are cool.
Yeah. They're hard to control though.
Yeah. Now the fucking DJI ones are so smooth.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, you just go up a little bit over, like the responsiveness and like the control of it is so much better than like the RC helicopters, obviously, when you were a kid. But I know. But like he has to get like approved for like airspace. Like he has to like register his drone, make sure that he can fly it around his house. So that way, like shit isn't flying above him, like helicopters and planes and all that.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird. Well, because it can like go so high up.
Yeah, it can go like 150 feet or something.
Huh.
Like it can go like really high up.
I ever tell you.
And they just didn't want to like unregistered. Also, like if he was too close to like an airport or anything like that, he wouldn't be able to fly it because it's technically like in their air zone.
Yeah, that makes sense then. I have a funny story about
Do tell while I refill, and we have 6.5 minutes left.
So my oh god, I just got a text message from a employee. She said, "We miss you." I'm gonna reply to her later and say, "How much was the Christmas bonus?" So my ex-girlfriend's dad, they all the kids grouped together one year for Christmas to buy him a drone.
What kind?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have probably just like a shitty one. And yeah, just like whatever the cheapest one they could get. And they got it. I think they got it off of like some dude off of Facebook. Naturally.
That's the most Mexican thing to do. Is you buy
Yeah.
a fucking used piece of technology.
Hispanics would buy fucking groceries off of Facebook Marketplace if they could.
Yeah, dude.
And they get the drone and they get like the fucking controller for it or whatever. They give it to him. And he's geeked about it. Apparently, I guess he like really wanted a drone or something. Like that was like all he was asking for. So he's like all fucking hyped up about it. And
it's a bomb now.
and he gets in the car. He drives to, like some like field. He might have gone to like Park City, like the or Long's Park. And he fucking turns it on. He puts it up into the air, and he's like fucking around with it for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it just starts flying away. And he couldn't get it to come back, and he has no idea where it went. Absolutely no idea. Same day he got it, he probably had that bitch for like an hour. And it fucking, he was only flying it for like 5 minutes, and it fucking just flew away. I like to think that whoever they got off of on Facebook,
programmed
like
it to
somehow,
return?
yeah. That's what I like to think. I have no idea what happened to it.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then they bought him another one that didn't fly away. That's the only one I ever flown, and that's why I was like, it was. I guess
the one that didn't fly away.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it was a shitty one, or maybe I'm just like bad at flying drones because I was like flying it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
He
that's
actually,
so funny.
he actually, when we went to Puerto Rico, he brought it with us, and he did. I don't think that he had flown it yet. And then we're in like this, like it's like an Airbnb thing or whatever, and it was pretty nice. But it wasn't like the biggest thing ever, and he breaks it out and he just starts flying that bitch around the Airbnb, and he's like
Inside.
It's inside. He's like flying it like not purposely, but it's like kind of near me, and he's like smacking it in the shit, and it's falling. I'm like, dude, just wait, like the beach is right there, bro.
That's like my grandfather. He had the fucking he had the DJI, and he's flying it. And yeah, dude, it was probably when he first got it. And he has his hat on sideways, and he's fucking shit-faced, and he's flying it in his office. And you just see the video of him, like, with the controller, all drunk with his hat sideways. And then you just see it go, and go sideways into his wall. And then the video cuts out. And, like, when he was telling us about it, he goes, yeah, that's the wall it hit. And there's just blade marks in the wall.
That's the other thing about drones, too, is that you look like a fucking faggot when you're flying.
Yeah.
I just stand there with the little thing like, oh,
Nah,
like looking up.
Nah, dude, he looks sick as hell.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. But I feel like if, we had more room,
Drone would be cool, I guess.
drone would be cool.
Yeah.
Or you ever see that shit about
There's plenty of room in that Kensington apartment.
not unless it's burned. Well, I guess when it's burned down, there's a lot of room.
There's tons of it.
That shit, I don't know. It's not parasailing, but it's like paragliding or something.
Yeah.
Where it's like you get like
Fuck that, dude.
people like have like in a field and they'll like run and they'll have like a parachute and then it's like the giant fan propeller behind them.
Yeah.
Like how it's like a swamp boat almost.
Yeah. That kid that worked at Minder's, didn't he do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not kid, the fucking faggot that was Destiny's
Yeah.
moderator. Yeah, moderator. Yeah, he did that. He was doing lessons to do that. But it just reminded me because I think like fairly recently I saw a video of one of those fucking crashing. This guy broke his arm, punctured a lung.
Yeah.
Like, fucking,
No, I mean they look dangerous as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, but the videos that they take, they got the GoPro on the stick or whatever, and they're like fucking whatever.
I saw some video of some guy fucking taking off in the field and he went and got McDonald's.
I feel like I know exactly.
He landed
that's like
next
his
to
whole
McDonald's.
shtick is that he's
He
like
got
taking
it.
my fucking thing to Walmart or McDonald's. Yeah.
It was like there's places where like they can actually kind of land. It'd be cool, but like I wouldn't trust myself to not kill myself like in the air, not intentionally, but like I feel like so much can go wrong.
No, yeah, like I feel like there's just like if something goes wrong, you can't do anything.
It's not like you.
Like,
it's not like if you're skydiving, you have the backup parachute, and
Yeah.
like the chances of those two failing is so slim that it's like there's no risk.
Yeah.
But then it's like with that, it's like, well, fuck, dude, you're already in the.
You're in the air.
You're in the air, but you're high enough where like if you had another parachute, it wouldn't deploy in time.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be able to like extend and save you, like and
Yeah, I
stop
don't
your
know.
fall enough.
Like, yeah. Transportation. Like, if my car, something really bad happens with my car while I'm driving, I just pull it over.
Yeah, you just do the emergency brake. Yeah.
Yeah, just do the e-brake or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm not going to plummet like 150 feet to the fucking earth.
Yeah.
I don't even trust skydiving, dude. Fuck that. I'm not banking on no backup parachute.
I would never skydive. My grandfather in Florida fucking skydove. He has the video of it and everything. I think it was before his open heart surgery, or maybe like right after.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
That
He
shit
went
gets me
parasailing too. And they were making fun of me. They were like, "Oh, when you're coming down here, you're gonna go parasailing?" I said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, it's also expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you pay like hundreds of dollars to like jump
To
out
these
of a
like
fucking
Haitian
airplane.
guys.
Yeah.
For parasailing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was saying
parasailing
for
as well,
parasailing. No, like, yeah, skydiving's at least a little more legit, but dude, the fucking parasailing, you're just paying these guys that have like this shitty boat and a cable attached to a chute,
Yeah,
and they're just sending you up.
and it's like fucking. It's like how.
And even if that one fucking breaks, you plummet.
Yeah,
the way
that's what
the
I'm gonna
way
say, yeah.
that thing is like stationed, you don't parachute down. You would think they found a way to fucking just let you parachute down, but you
Yeah.
just fucking plummet and die anyway.
No, yeah, like there's like stories about like paratroopers and shit. They like doing like their exercise and they land in the water and then they like the parachute is on top of them and they can't get themselves out of the harness or like they can't
You just
like lift
suffocate.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like
They're like
basically just keeping
waterboarded
you
and they
underneath
fucking
the fucking
yeah.
water until you die.
Yeah, good times.